just touch on change orders in your job? Frank.
Our job?
No, yours
No,
is fine.
Frank's.
You're fine. You edit siding. That's not a change order.
Yeah.
Frank, who lives right around the corner from Dorothy and Al, he went to Florida. We designed a plan, and it was pretty elaborate. You know, we raised the house, full basement, whole 9 yards. And he went to Florida, and because he and his wife had a lot of time in Florida to do nothing except look at their plans and work on their house, through email and faxes from Staples, they proceeded to add 50% to the scope of their project. Okay, so it started as a $130,000 job, and they added $55,000 worth of changes, and we did all this through fax and phone and on the phone. So since you brought up
Beautiful.
it's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous job,
It's
but
gorgeous.
he didn't tell us that, Vincent.
He didn't tell you that.
He left that part out.
He left that.
Beautiful.
Here's the one thing that you want to remember. When you start out with a scope of work, keep in mind that any change that you make to the scope of work is going to add to time. And what many people don't realize in construction is it is a complex system. So every single item usually affects 4 to 5 other items. So, and I'm not talking about minor stuff. I'm not talking about changing a countertop from one color to another, or changing a cabinet from oak to maple. I'm talking about, listen, we decided we're going to do that deck in the back. And you say, all right, great. And that's great. But to do that extra deck that wasn't on the zoning permit or the zoning plan that was approved and not approved by building department, now you have to design it, apply for it, get approvals for it, and it has to be constructed, and the electrician, the mason, the framers, everybody has to become aware of this. So we understand that every renovation project, every elevation project is a custom project. It's very difficult for people to imagine what homes look like up in the air. It's hard to imagine the stair systems and whatnot. So we're like, okay, no problem. You want to change something, that's fine, we'll change it for you. But every time you do make a change, we're going to add a little bit of time to that. So as long as you're aware of that, just keep that in mind. On that note, unless anyone has, I'm here, I'm certainly willing to...
I have a comment.
Oh, go right ahead, sorry.
I don't think everybody understands in this room that you are Bricktown's hometown hero this week.
Oh, right.
Fantastic.
I forgot about that. Thank you very much.
He'll
Thank
be
you very much.
receiving a cape on Friday night, along with Tim Tennis,
We actually
another
are.
member of the Dream Homes
I
team.
completely forgot this, and I was nominated.
Tennis with Tim.
Tim.
Tim Tennis. We got a call about a month ago. We rescued a man in Bricktown.
Manteloking Road.
Manteloking Road.
It's a big story.
I've seen that.
Yeah, the house that the guy put a sign right on his front yard that said, you know, something about, Governor, will you help me? It was the day that the governor was on his way over to Barrier Islands. Anyway, this guy he's a disabled vet. He contracted with someone. The people picked his house up. They moved it 50 feet into his backyard. They drove pilings, and they disappeared.
Oh.
So the guy's living, he had a place, his rental assistance ended. So he's living in a mobile home in his front yard that's, 16 feet, and he's living there, and it's 14 months. So I get a call one day from Halville, from Tim, and he says, listen, we moved this guy's house back. We worked with Acme Piling. We moved the guy's house back for him. It's sitting there. We can't do the rest of this job. He's stuck in the middle. He's got a fraud thing going. He's got REM. He doesn't have any money. He's broke. And can you jump in here? Can you do something? Can you help him out? So I said, okay, yeah, we'll do that. And went over and talked to him, and you know, we did the project, and now he's moving back in his house, and it was nice. We were able to help him, and you know, thank God that we were able to do that, and we had the ability, the financial ability. We knew what we were doing, and we did it. And so the other day, like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I get this call from somebody in Bricktown. Now, if any of you read my blog, last year I wrote a blog about Bricktown, and for a page and a half I said, everyone should be fired. And that's what I said. Everyone in the building department should be fired, right? It was so bad that the business administrator secretary called me like 2 days later and said, listen, we understand you have issues with us. Do you want to come in for a meeting, okay? So I have no love for Bricktown. I think they're totally incompetent. But anyway, this lady calls me up and she says, hi, you know, are you Vincent? And I said, yes. And she said, yeah, from Dream Homes. And I said, yes. And she said, you've been nominated to be a hometown hero. So I thought this was a joke. I thought, of course,
You thought she was calling to say, we just set your truck on fire.
Right.
Stay out of brick.
Yeah, don't ever come back in the Bricktown environment. So I said, well, wow, that sounds really nice. What does that mean? She said, well, one of your clients actually had to write a letter of recommendation and send it in, and we picked whatever, a dozen people that have done nice things for people in the community. So I'm sitting there at my desk, I'm like, wow, really? That's so nice. And she's like, yep, it sounds like, I'm reading his letter right now, it sounds like you did some really nice things for the guy. So I said, wow, that's fantastic. So she said, you know, will you go there, will you be there to accept the award? I'm like, of course. I said, do I get a cape? She's like, as a matter of fact, you do get a cape. You do get a cape. So it's like, wow, of course I'll go. We'll bring everyone. So I'll be wearing the cape for the rest of my life. I will be wearing a cape and sandals for the rest of my life. But it is on Friday. We are getting the Hometown Hero Award, and that's a nice thing. So if any of you are not doing anything on Friday evening at 7 o'clock, go by Brick High School. There's a wonderful award ceremony. There's music and the whole thing will be. And I'll actually have a suit on. I will be wearing a suit with a tie. Yes. Shoes. I'm going to dress. Yep, it's going to be a serious thing. They told me that I had to look like some type of, you know, representative or something. So thank you for mentioning that. I forgot that. But anyway, so thank you for coming. Thank you. So if there's anything, once again, if we can help you, if you have any legal questions, certainly feel free to call Kathy. She's a wonderful attorney. She's become a very good friend and a professional associate. Certainly, you're more than welcome to call Dan. He's great. We work with him on numerous projects. Whether you work with us directly initially, we'll wind up working with Dan. If your preference is to work with him first, certainly do that. And once again, if I can help you in any capacity, even if we don't wind up as your contractor or your builder, certainly send me an email and I'll do my best to kind of guide you along. All right, and thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.